The very first time Joel and I got together and played, before Jeff had even joined the group, we made a recording of like our first improv jam session, and he put it on a CD, but then there was a lot of extra space on the CD, so he just kind of made it a mix CD of his favorite music, just like, hey, and this is what I'm listening to, you should check it out. If we're going to start a band together, you should be listening to what I'm listening to. So it was like, he wrote out this track list of like a bunch of songs that he put on this last CD, and the very last track was Us, Today, as in that's what we had just recorded today.
My name's Jeff Millat and I play the drums.
My name's Tristan Agee, I play vibraphone and keyboard.
My name's Joel and I play guitar and Moog synthesizer. When we started the band, all three of us had sort of been in bands where we were playing other people's music and sort of accompanying but not really realizing our voice. And that was one of the things that inspired us, I think all three, to sort of make this a full-time band, was the idea that we play in other people's bands so much, and this was one where we could say, hey, I have this idea, and the other two people took it serious.
There's no front person.
Yeah.
There's nobody leading. It's like three equals, and I hope that comes through in the music. As you're listening to a song, there's times that he sticks out, times that he sticks out, times that I go to the front. So that was one thing about this band that I felt was really different than any project I'd ever been in.
So when we go to compose music or write a song, we basically start with like a simple idea. It literally can be just like even one measure, and we'll kind of expand upon that one measure. So much of music for us early on was just written down pieces or jazz tunes or rock tunes that we all knew. So this was definitely like a new process for all of us that we kind of created on our own.
Kind of like working out a problem together, you know, almost like a Rubik's Cube of like, okay, pass it to you, and she's like, okay, there, you know, pass it to Jeff, and he goes, okay, I think I got this, and I go, oh yeah, it's finished, you know.
Usually when we're writing now, we do it all three together. So 10 Enemies, that album, that was the first time that we wrote pretty much the entire album, all three of us together.
In terms of our writing style too, it's been affected by the fact that we're only three people, and I've always looked at us as six hands, not necessarily three people, but it's like, okay, there's six parts that can happen, and technically I'm taking two because it takes two hands.
So we had to decide, like, okay, how do we fill out the sound and make it sound big with just three people?
A lot of times when we say we're an instrumental band, people immediately say, oh, like Explosions in the Sky. And it's like, yeah, but there's a lot of other instrumental bands out there other than that one that everybody knows.
People would ask that question, well, what kind of style are you? And I've just gotten to the point where I said, I'd really prefer you just listen and then you decide what you think. And we love when people at the end of shows are like, you're giving me these kind of vibes. And I was like, I could totally see that. And it's cool when they come up with some conclusions of their own to kind of just like let us know what they thought of the performance, because I think different people get different things out of it, and that's a really cool like byproduct of what we're doing that we probably never even expected.
It's hard being branded when you don't really want to be branded as these genres, when it's like, well, we're really not that, and we're really not jazz, and we're not rock, and we're not this. And
yeah,
it's like we kind of want our own sound to where people say, they sound like us today. And that's been the biggest compliment that someone's ever said to me, was like, you guys just sound like us today. And it's like, thank you, that's what we were shooting for.